Hey guys! Before you ask, yes, I dyed my hair. Trust me, it really needed it. So I'm going to talk about being a 90s kid. I got this inspiration from HeyBritttany. I thought I'd make this from my perspective. She gave it from her perspective. So I was born in 1992, so I can consider myself a 90s kid. People always have a thing like if you're born like 96, 7 or above then like you're not a 90s kid because you didn't actually grow up in the 90s, which I kind of agree on. As I was growing up in the 90s, there were many TV shows that I used to watch that like aren't on now. When I was just a really youngin', like, you know, really young, elementary stage, I used to watch Barney. I mean, what little kid didn't? I remember always watching that, and I was really excited whenever it came on. And my mom was just telling me a couple days ago that like she always hated that show. She hated the kids on it too because the way they acted. You know, I didn't know. I was just a little person. I didn't understand anything. And then I remember like in 5th grade, it was uncool to watch Barney. I remember people were like, oh, if you watch Barney, then you're lame. And I'm like, I don't watch Barney. Why would I watch Barney? I'm in 5th grade. Like, I just remember that was like the thing. Another show I really enjoyed growing up was the Powerpuff Girls. This was more into the late 90s, but I still watched it as I was growing up. I mean, oh my god, like that show was like the bomb. Now, if I look at it, like the humor on that show was so funny, and you understand a lot more things now that you're older, and it's just really funny. And my favorite Powerpuff Girl was always Bubbles. I don't know, I just liked her. She was, you know, she was kind of the little airhead one, but I'm kind of an airhead sometimes too, so maybe that's why she was my favorite. And then another thing growing up were the movies I used to watch. They were mainly all Disney. If you were a 90s kid, if you didn't watch Disney movies, I don't know what's wrong with you. Some of my favorites were Lion King, Mulan, Pocahontas, but yeah, Disney girl all the way. Okay, so the candy. There's so much candy that they used to have then that they don't have now. For one, the Wonder Ball. Oh my god. And I totally remember like the commercial for those things. Like I remember like, what's in the Wonder Ball? Like, oh my god. I don't know why they stopped those. I've seen people post about like they should bring those back, you know? It's so weird. Another one is Baby Bottle Pop. These were around for a while, and I think they just like went away like a couple years ago, but like I remember the commercial for those too. It's like Baby Bottle Pop. I don't know. They were always really weird. And I remember the Jonas Brothers was in a commercial for them. And then another one is Ring Pops. Oh my goodness. I used to have those all the time when I was little. Like it's just a ring, and you just suck around the ring, and it's like, ooh, I'm cool. It looks like you have a big old diamond on your ring, but it's just candy. And it tasted good. And then some of the toys in this generation. Okay, when I was growing up, one of the things that I had was a Furby. A lot of people find them really creepy now, but like I still have mine. I found it up in the attic not too long ago, and I don't know, it kind of is creepy. Mine doesn't work anymore. I don't know what the point of them were. And then also, as I was growing up, I always had a Game Boy. So the first Game Boy was the Game Boy, was it the Game Boy Color, I think was the first one? And you had the light on it and everything, and oh my goodness. And then every time that the new one came out, the next generation of the Game Boys, my grandparents would always get my brother and I one. I always grew up playing Nintendo games, and they were always really fun. And I actually still have my Game Boy SP. That's the only one I have left out of all of those. And then the music. Okay, so there is one song that I always listen to, but I never understood what any of it meant until I was older. And that song is Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Oh my god. So I used to dance to that song all the time, and I know all of the words to that song. And now that I'm older, I realize what all of it means. I don't know why my parents let me listen to that when I was younger, but I don't know. But it all makes sense now. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna talk about from being a 90s kid. Leave a comment down below and tell me if you were a 90s kid. If you're below like the year 97, then I would consider you a 90s. Other than that, then you grew up in the early 2000s, so you can't really say you're a 90s kid. And tell me, if you were a 90s kid, then what was your favorite thing during that time? Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Remember to stay positive, and I love you all. Bye!
Just watch a video. Once again, it's Ashley 92. You just watch a fun rock video. All the places you will go when you watch videos.